At the time, the Tibetan Plateau was not a single kingdom. Instead, it was a patchwork of tribes and regional rulers. Among them was a powerful kingdom known as Yarlung, located in southern Tibet. The Yarlung kings had been steadily expanding their influence for generations. According to Tibetan tradition, they traced their ancestry back to the legendary first king, Nyatri Tsenpo. When Srongtsen Gampo was born, the Yarlung kingdom was already growing stronger. But no one could have predicted how far its ambitions would reach. As a young prince, Songtsen inherited the throne after the death of his father. He was still very young when he became king. Many rulers would have struggled under such circumstances. Srongtsen Gampo did the opposite. He immediately began consolidating power. One by one, rival clans were defeated or brought into alliance. Local chiefs who had once acted independently were forced to recognize the authority of the young king. Through diplomacy, military campaigns, and political skill, Srongtsen Gampo transformed the Yarlung kingdom into the dominant power of the Tibetan Plateau. For the first time, large parts of Tibet were united under a single ruler. This achievement alone would have secured his place in history. But he was only getting started. As his power grew, neighboring states began to take notice. To the east stood the mighty Tang dynasty. To the south were the kingdoms of Nepal and the Himalayan regions. To the west lay important trade routes connecting Central Asia and India. Srongtsen Gampo understood that military strength alone was not enough. A great empire needed diplomacy. One of the most famous episodes of his reign involves his marriage alliances. According to Tibetan and Chinese sources, Srongtsen Gampo sought a marriage alliance with the Tang court. At first, the request was refused, but as Tibet's military power continued to grow, relations eventually improved. In the year 641, he married Princess Wencheng, a princess from the Tang Empire, challenging some of the most powerful states in Asia. Yet whenever historians look back at the origins of Tibetan power, they return to one name: Srongtsen Gampo, the king who united Tibet. The ruler who helped create its writing system, the monarch who opened his kingdom to new cultural and religious influences, and the visionary whose legacy still echoes across the Himalayas more than 13 centuries later. When people think of the birth of Tibet as a unified civilization, they are really thinking about the achievements of one extraordinary ruler, Srongtsen Gampo, the king who laid the foundations of Tibet itself. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will make much better in future.